So this is a very different video to normal. It's how we've created our own media wall and incorporated our hidden projector screen. It's pretty cost effective to do, and I think if you agree with me, the result looks fantastic. Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and click the notification bell to get my next video first. So back in 2012, I decided that I would put my rather small TV at the time, the Samsung 40-inch LCD, into the wall. And that's because I purchased a projector and projector screen, and I didn't want it visible. Now as time went on, the room changed, I got bigger TVs, but I've kept the same arrangement with the false wall and the TV now not inset into the wall because it was too big, but the projector screen coming down over the front, and it's worked pretty well. However, in the last few years, when we've changed the TV again to a slightly bigger one, it didn't just hang right, and even here you can see at the bottom of the screen a little bit of the TV did stick out. Now this is the latest TV, it's the Panasonic TV, and again this is slightly bigger again, and so it was decided that we would need to do something different. So we've decided to rip it all out. Now because the original framework was designed for a smaller TV, we are having to reposition some of those stud frames, but we'll start from the TV point and then work out from that after. So here we're about 3 hours in, and you can see we've removed the old wall, the TV and the original frame. We've measured and we're ready to put the new framework in place. The original electrics which we'd already brought out we can utilize the same way. You can see the cable there, that's the HDMI cable that leads to the projector, and this little control panel there is the power for the projector screen, which is remote operated. Deciding which wood you're going to use for your wall is very, very important. Now we've decided to go with standard scaffold planks. Now that might seem a bit of a strange choice, but I was assured by our carpenter friend that they will be sanded, planed, and they'll give a really good finish. And if you can see from the start of this video, he definitely wasn't wrong. So also the great thing with these is they're affordable. The whole of this material will come in at around about £250, which for a whole wall is pretty good, and it's far cheaper than what other woods would be. So now you've got your wood prepared, you're ready to then build the frame. Now we started from the TV and worked out from there. Once you've got that TV in the right position, you can fix the frame around it, and then you've got a solid base to work from. Now one little curveball that my wife threw up was the fact that she wanted some insets within the wooden panel. She felt that the whole wood wall would just be too much, and also she didn't want them to be the same size. So what our carpenter is doing is making 3 sections, as you can see here, where you can position flowers, plants, ornaments, whatever you wish inside, and that will then break up the wall a bit. Now one thing that you need to bear in mind is that you may need to gain access to your cables. 1, to set the thing up, and 2, you never know when you're going to need to add or take something away. So we've got this one plank here which is just screwed in place, whereas all of the other ones are pinned, and that means you've got easy access to all of your gear. Okay, so before we put the projector screen up and the surround around it, we're going to put everything in place and make sure it's all working. You don't want to do this too late, because if you do need to solve a problem, it's a lot easier to do it halfway through. But everything's working fine, it's looking good, and as you can see now, we've just got the space for the projector screen to go. And now it's all in place and the power is on, and it's now almost complete, but we do need to build a frame around it. The key to this frame around the projector needs to be that it has to blend in with the rest of the wall, so it needs to be made out of the same material, but it also needs to have just a big enough hole so only the screen comes down and you don't see anything else at all. So as you can see now, the face of the screen is in place, and all we need to do is to build the return and fit that. Now the return is very important because all we want to do is have the screen drop down through it. So therefore it has to be very narrow. And as you can see here, it's now in place and it's literally just a couple of inches. And if I turn the screen on so it lowers, you can see that it fits brilliantly. You don't see the rest of the screen at all. And it's, you know, it's a real success. And this is it, guys, the wall is now finished, so the projector screen will come down right in front of the TV so you don't see the TV at all, and everything is hidden and it's neat and tidy. I'd really love to know what you think of this. Is it something that you may consider? It's pretty cost effective, it's a few days labour of a carpenter and about £300. So the one thing I haven't yet decided is what type of finish to do with the wood. Give me a suggestion and I may consider it, but I'm probably going to do something like a matte varnish, something that doesn't shine. I don't want any reflection from it. But guys, this is the end result. I'm really happy with it. Leave a comment and let me know what you think.